I try not to lie to you. Oh, that said 11 hours of recording. I doubt that. Hi. All right. So I got a new camera. I'm excited about this. No cords to trip over. I apologize. It has to be kind of out there. I haven't quite figured out the zooming out. It doesn't zoom out any further, actually. That's as far out as it zooms. Yeah, that's what I was nervous about. So no. You don't worry about anything. I gotta make it work around you guys. Yeah. If we do that, maybe. That's actually really good. That looks really sharp. Yeah, that's as far out as it. I don't want to zoom in.
Excited about this, aren't you?
Well, I'm excited because I might get these videos to you in more timely fashion. I don't know what happened with the last week of video uploads. I lost some on Wednesday. I think I lost your guys on Wednesdays. No, I lost the 243 classes on Wednesdays in transit to YouTube. These are MP4. Hopefully they'll upload a little quicker. I had a nice discussion with tech support yesterday who didn't. It was hilarious. They put me on hold, and while I was on hold, I got bored, so I started Googling answers, and I found the answer I was looking for, and they came back like, we can't solve your problem. I was like, well, I solved it for you, so why don't I just tell you when you record it, so when somebody has the same problem, you just, and then mail me a chunk of your paycheck. That'd be awesome, too. But anyway, these should be uploaded more quickly for you. Hopefully. So anyway, the first thing I wanted to chit-chat about, I don't have quizzes to give back to you. I gave all I have a couple graders that do my quizzes and projects for me, and I got some back and some not. The ones I got back were 243 quizzes. As soon as I get the 105 quizzes back, I'm going to put them in the grade book and send you guys a progress report. I was supposed to send you one on Friday. Maybe you got my email. I sent an email out to all you all last weekend, or last Friday. I didn't get progress reports sent out because right now nobody has anything in the books, so it didn't make much sense to send you a blank progress report. Even though technically you have an infinite grade right now, and that'll make sense once you get your progress report on whatever day it is, probably later today or tomorrow. So I'll get those back to you as soon as I can. This is a quick little schematic of your class. I drew a quick little outline, just kind of like we did in class on Wednesday, and then I brought a tape measure down here on Friday and actually measured out the dimensions. And like I said, it's just a rectangle. You guys figured this out pretty quickly. It's a rectangle with some pieces missing. You got this triangle missing down here. You got the little rectangle missing up there. I thought it was interesting that that rectangular block back there is 1 inch longer on that side than it is on that side, which is perfectly sensible if you think about it. Very, very often when you're spanning a large distance, are you exact? When I built my 14 by 32 deck, the same exact thing happened. I was off by a half an inch at the end, and I was like, ah, sucks. And my dad called me. He's like, what are you pissed about? I'm like, I'm off by a half an inch. He's like, dude, it's 32 feet wide. I was like, yeah? And I thought about it. I'm like, oh, yeah, all right. Half an inch. You can't see it. So I wasn't that worried about it. I treated it like a rectangle. And I calculated the area of the floor times 9 for the height, and the volume in cubic feet, 7,089 point blah, 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 blah. But the point blah, blah sounded stupid, so I made it 7,090, which made more sense. How did you guys do? Look, there's your estimates down there at the bottom. I don't know if you can read them or not. Yeah. Using the lowballed estimates, you were anywhere from 5,580 to 5,850 cubic feet. Using your highball estimates, you were 6,800 to 7,920. And using the middling estimates, look where you were, 6,320 to 6,750. Not bad. Only being off by a couple hundred cubic feet, estimating the room by a couple quick rough measurements. Hells yeah, that's great. Now, when would estimation be okay? When would it be okay to estimate versus actually measuring like I did? Or when would measuring be preferable to estimation? Let's maybe turn the question around. When would you actually want to come down here with the 200-foot tape like I did and measure out the room? What do you think? Tell me your name again. Hassani, that's right. Yes, go ahead.
Doing an addition or building on exact measurements.
Right. If you want to remodel a room, say you're remodeling this room and you want to cover it with siding, or not siding, siding on the outside, some kind of interior cover. You wouldn't want to estimate, be like, I need a couple thousand square feet of siding. Because then you have to buy a bunch, you might have to return it back. That might not be the best use. So I think an exact measurement would be, or at least a measurement with some kind of a measuring device would be preferable in that case. Good. When would estimation be okay? And think outside the box, literally this room. When would estimation be okay? Where might you be with estimation? Sonny, go ahead.
Painting?
Good. Tell me why on painting.
Because you always need leftover paint.
That's good. You always need leftover paint. So not only is estimation okay, what might you want to do when you're estimating with paint? Go ahead, Madison. Maybe a little overestimate each time. Like round up each time versus the rounding. There's the rounding rules we know. If it's 0.5 or greater, you round up. If it's 0.49999 or lower, you round down. Maybe in that case, if it's always close to 0.5, you always round up. So you have an extra can of paint laying around. Good. And if you have too much extra paint, you can always donate it to charities that need it. They use it for primer, so that works great too. Good, 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 good. Anything else? Any other thoughts on estimation versus exact? Shelley, right? Shelley, go ahead.
How many students can you fit in here with these chairs?
How many students could you, with the chairs?
With chairs.
How comfortable do you want them to be? That's a question, right? I can get a lot of you in here. They're good. Shove you all against that wall. I could probably eat up all this hall space, or this walkway space right now.
Just stand on the tables to get in.
Just put them on each other's laps. Sorry, law. Lawsuit. Yeah, just shove it up against the wall. We got half the room unoccupied here. Yeah. Why would we care about that?
Mainly for you.
Well, okay.
Well, no.
That's the first time I've ever said that in 10 years. We care how you feel. Well, you're talking about like a wait list versus...
Yes.
I'm thinking something else. I'm thinking like health ranks.
Yeah,
Fire.
there's a...
Too many people in this room getting you out of here or something happened. That door looks like it might be working. Yes, I'm thinking. Window to that front door out the left. So there's, and not just that, but filling the room with carbon dioxide. There's a reason I kick you out of here in 45 minutes. I kick you out to clear the room out too, to kind of get some circulation going back in the room. Because you come back and you're refreshed, the room's slightly refreshed. Am I still recording? Still spinning this
Yep,
thing. Sweet.
it says recording.
Awesome. Yes. So anyway, I love that show. I think that's huge. There are certain things that can be estimated. I don't know how many discussions I've had with people. Oh, I want to tell you this one. I was going to say, I'm riding my bike with my friends. I did a great bike ride. I'm going to have you guys analyze it on next lesson. Maybe on the take-home exam, I think, because I took an elevation. I did the Mackenzie double cross ride. You start at Sisters, and you go up and over Mackenzie Pass down to 126, and then come back. And it is phenomenal. It's a phenomenal ride. No, it's beautiful, especially this time of year. All the colors on this side, just gorgeous. Plus, if you're looking for punishment like me, it's a great ride because you climb like a mile overall.
Did you do the bypass or the one that goes through the lava?
Oh God, yeah. I wouldn't
Okay.
go around. That's ugly. I mean, as ugly as Oregon gets, which is still pretty. But yeah, up and over through the lava, and then you drop to the side, all the colors. Then you come back up the switchbacks. Oh, the switchbacks are the best part. I wanted to be at the right, the observatory at the top of the pass. If you haven't been up there, try to get there before it snows in, which is probably going to happen at 9 o'clock. So you might want to take off now. But if you can get out there before it snows in, if not, do it next year, it's fine. But it's this pass, the Mackenzie Pass, it's cut through the lava flow. And it starts in Sisters, essentially. It takes 242s the road, and then it goes up and over the lava. You get this great view of the Sisters you don't usually see, with North Sister on the left, which is kind of cool. And then you drop down this really windy road on the backside, 242, and then it eventually dumps you out right where the Paradise Ranger Station is at the Mackenzie River Trail, if you've done that trail out Eugene. So it tees right in to 126 right there. So it basically bypasses the San Ym Pass to get you to the same spot. It takes you no less or no more time. It's a shorter distance, but because it's so windy, you can't go as fast, which is actually nice because you want to kind of look around and see the little streams and the colors. So I wanted to leave Saturday morning and be back at the summit when there's an observatory they've built up there on a lava rock at 1 o'clock. And I kind of knew my speeds from commuting. And the commuting to school here is roughly the same kind of climbing as it is on that road, but it's longer. So I figured I had to leave at 8:30 a.m. from Sisters to be back up, down, and back up at 1 o'clock. Guess what time I hit the observatory? 1:02.
Nice.
Totally stoked, totally stoked. And then I started riding down and met some friends who were having a hard time, so I went back up with them, kind of pushing them and helping them out, and then got back. And I got back to town around 3:30. I would have been down by 1:30. Would have been a totally awesome little 5-hour whatever that is ride. Because I kind of figured I could average 15 up and down if you look at the average of speeds up and speeds down. I don't go 15 going up, and I sure as hell go a lot faster going down. But I was totally stoked. I was like, that's how 105 is. But as we were doing the ride together, once I hit my friends, we started talking about things. That's where estimation really comes in, when you're out having discussions and trying to pick their brains. One of the greatest discussions I ever had for estimation was, what would cost more? Taking a jet airliner full of people from Portland to Miami, okay? Or what would use more fuel, I guess, is what this discussion we had, but it ended up being a cost. What would use more fuel? a jet airliner full of people from Portland to Miami, or giving all those people cars and letting them drive from Portland to Miami? That's a great question, without a simple answer. What's your gut feeling? Jet airliner. What assumptions did you make?
Because they burn most of the fuel during ascension, and once they get to altitude, they burn less fuel.
How much fuel? That's okay. This is the thing. As soon as you say, I don't know, you have to put an assumption in there. You have to say it's got to be this much fuel at this much of a fuel rate. I love that. So a vote for a jet airliner would use less fuel. Okay, good. Like that. A couple of you. Who says the cars would use less fuel? Who said the cars would use less fuel? I argued that one. Go ahead, Benji.
You don't know, families buy plane reservations, so.
And that was my argument.
A family of 4 is a unit of 4 for weight.
If there's a family of 4 on the plane, right? So what I did was I did a low ball and up ball. You see, here's the thing. If you assume every single person on that plane has to get a car and drive from Portland to Miami, boom, Hassani, you win hands down. I don't care what the fuel burning rate is of that plane. If every single one of them is driving their own car from Portland to Miami, your argument is, I think, bomb-proof. But if you start putting families on there and sharing cars, then it gets a little trickier. Please, tell me your name again. Cameron, go ahead.
It also depends on whether they're using hybrids or not.
Oh yeah. See, it depends on what kind of mileage the cars are getting, right? Are they getting 15 miles a gallon? Are they getting 55 miles a gallon? They gotta come up and over the Rockies, of course. So you assign an average mile per gallon for the cars. And this is what I'm talking about, stating assumptions. I'm gonna be picky about that today. State assumptions about this is easy, because we assume straight lines. Pretty simple. But stuff like speeds and whatnot, that's not quite as simple. So these are the kind of questions where estimation really helps. Helps in the discussion and kind of spurs ideas. And then we talk about it more later. All right, good. So nice job on that. Yay. Nice job, you guys. All right, I sent you guys, it's over here. There we go. I sent you guys some pictures. I brought the jar with me today. Let's do this. Let's start and stop. Oof, that's gonna look awful. So if I do that.